protein powder brands and companies have been scamming you and you've not even realised. Because if you've ever thought protein powder might be a waste of your money, you'd be surprised at how misleading some companies can actually be, and you don't actually know what you're buying. So today we're going to break down why protein powders aren't always what they seem and what you need to watch out for. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm currently in my final year of my Bachelor's of Science for Sport and Exercise Science at the Oxford Brookes University. I've got years of gym experience and a passion for cutting through nonsense in fitness. So if you've ever been confused or whether protein powders are actually necessary, this video is for you. So the main problem is that protein powders aren't strictly regulated like food is by the FDA. So the labels on protein powders can be massively misleading. So that means ingredients like heavy metals can sneak in unnoticed. And this was highlighted by Consumer Reports in 2018 that showed various protein powders from a wide range of companies contained heavy metals. Now I don't just mean a little bit, I mean significantly unsafe amounts. And another major problem in the protein industry is amino spiking. This is where companies artificially inflate the protein content using cheap amino acids like glycine and taurine, which don't significantly contribute to muscle growth. So it's extremely important to be wary of misleading labels and marketing claims and check if they've been third-party tested or lab tested for quality and safety assurances. So let's cover what actually is in your protein powder, or more what should be. So many protein powders are packed with artificial sweeteners like sucralose or acesulfame potassium, which could lead to major digestive issues like bloating and discomfort. And there is some research to show there is long-term health effects towards your digestive system based on how much protein powder you use, but the long-term effects are still being investigated. So now let's talk protein purity, because the purity of the protein powder you're having does matter. Whey isolate, for example, is a purer form of protein with less fat and carbohydrates than whey concentrate. But some protein powders may use inferior protein sources like collagen, which really isn't beneficial for muscle growth. And according to a company called Labdoor, who tested various amounts of protein powders, found that some protein powders actually contained up to less than 30% of the stated protein value. For example, if you're buying a protein powder that states it's got 20 grams of protein, it could have as little as 14 grams, which means you're paying a lot more for a lot less protein. So this proves that label claims may not always match the reality. That's why it's important to do your own research on the protein powders you're buying. So now let's compare whole foods with protein powders, because there are so many nutritional advantages when you're eating whole foods compared to protein powders. Because whole food sources of protein like chicken, eggs, and beans not only include high quality protein, but also provide essential vitamins and nutrients, which are absolutely essential for muscle growth and recovery. And don't forget, whole foods support more than just muscle building. They're great for overall health, including immune function. Also, protein from whole foods is more bioavailable compared to protein powders, meaning your body will utilize and absorb a greater percentage. Many studies like this one found that whole food proteins are better for muscle growth and repair when compared to protein powders. And of course, you have the efficiency and variety of whole food proteins, because whole foods offer a diverse range of amino acids and nutrients that work together to enhance recovery and energy levels. This makes them a more well-rounded choice for long-term fitness success. Now I get it, some of you love your protein powders and won't go off of them. So because of that, I'm going to cover what the types of protein powders are and which ones are probably the best to use. So probably the top choice for protein powders is whey protein isolate. It's a top choice for muscle recovery and growth due to its high amino acid profile and absorption rate, making it ideal for post-workout or just any time in the day to keep your protein intake high. So now you've got pea protein. It's a good plant-based alternative, but it is slightly lower in leucine, which is a key amino acid for muscle growth and recovery. So it's best for those following a plant-based diet, but still offers good recovery benefits. And now on to collagen protein. So whilst it's great for joint health and skin, it lacks the key amino acid leucine, which is essential for muscle growth, which makes collagen protein less effective for muscle building. But if joint care is a priority, it could complement a primary protein source. So it's important to note that each protein source has different benefits. Whey protein is probably a top class choice for anyone wanting to build muscle. Pea protein is a good alternative for people that are on a plant-based diet but still want a high protein intake. And collagen protein is probably best for those focusing on joint health as a priority. So you should just choose based on your fitness goals and needs. So what are some key takeaways you can get from this video? So whilst protein powders are convenient, they often have misleading labels, artificial ingredients, and are also underperforming on their protein content. Whereas whole foods, on the other hand, provide not only high quality protein, but also a host of other nutrients and vitamins that promote long-term recovery, better health, and overall growth. So if I was you, I would focus on whole foods the most and use protein powders as a little way to top up your protein intake if you can't quite reach your goal. So by prioritizing lean meats and eggs, you're making sure you get high quality protein and essential nutrients that will support your fitness goals over time. So I'm curious to know, have you ever been let down or misled by a protein brand? Let me know in the comments. If this is your first video and you liked it, make sure to smash the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I post, which at the minute is every Wednesday and Saturday. So we've come to the end of the video. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.